Hello, and thank you for coming to Coco for Disney. I'm so glad you're here because we have some more fun today, some pen fun. So I was asked to be in a collab, and the host is Sarah's Disney Magic. None other than Sara. She's doing it again. So if you remember, not too long ago, we did do a pen collab with Sarah's Disney Magic and a number of other channels involving our 5 favorite pens. So this time she gave us a different collab. This one is our 4 favorite pen sets. So the sets don't have to be finished or completed. They should be a set. This one was a lot harder for me than the 5 favorite pens. Some are blind pens, or some were that we could choose from. Could be a blind pen set. It could be a set that you've collected or bought. I have several sets that are older, and I don't know a lot about them. So you pen people, you pen educators out there will need to help me try to identify these in the comments below. But I do want to note that there are several channels that are involved in this, and they know their pens inside and out. Some of them have been collecting for a long time. Some of them know what they're collecting, and they have a specific like that they want. Some of them have done the blind pens and just enjoyed unboxing them, and we'll probably be showing some of those sets. So I'm going to show you, I have 4 sets that are ready to go, but there's 2 sets I'm going to show you as honorable mention. I'm going to do the honorable mention this time, Sara. I hope that's okay. I hope that's okay, group. But I do have 4 pen sets that I'm going to be showing you close up, and I'm going to take the camera away so that you can see the pens a little bit better and close up. Again, the focusing with my iPhone just doesn't work when I'm recording on that. So let's get to it, all right? Okay, first set coming.
An honorable mention. It is one of my favorite, but I only give it honorable mention because I've shown it before. And this is my Maleficent set. There was a limited amount of these done. I believe the limited is 1,000. It does have that limited numeration right there, but it is Maleficent with her goons and her as a dragon, and then Diablo. I do know that some of these sets have been broken up. This came framed and is covered in the back, but I do know it's because I have seen Diablo in some of these. So, and sorry about the glare. I'm trying best as I can. I've turned the light off. So, but that is one of my honorable mentions. Sorry for the shadow you're going to experience with this. I'm trying to keep the glare because this is behind glass. This is one of the sets that I completed. It was a blind bag mystery set. 5 pens came in a bag. The bags were, I believe, $30. I wanted to collect a set that was memorable to a trip that I had taken with my grandchildren. So I would get the blind bags and we would open them together. And then we finally got all the princesses and characters that there are. These are called the nesting dolls. And there you see, that is Snow White. You can see the apple, the Little Mermaid, Belle, Rapunzel, Tiana. I believe this one is Mary Poppins, Cinderella, Merida. Then you have the 3 fairies. I also have the 3 fairies in a set of their own hung up behind in my background. Aurora. There is Elsa, Anna, Alice, and Tink. So that is the complete set of the Nesting Dolls blind bag. I really enjoyed this just because I have a lot of memories with my grandchildren and my kids opening this when we were vacationing in Disneyland, or Disney World. Thanks for letting me show that. That's a memorable. So I may have these kind of backwards. The first castle that came out was the Cinderella castle. Each one of these that you're probably aware of, they open up and show the inside of each castle, which is gorgeous. That's probably my favorite part about it. But that is Cinderella's castle. Then you have the Frozen castle. Then of course you have Mulan's.
And each one of these castles came in either gold or the silver. This is Snow White's. I wish I had more time to show you more of the detail on the inside. I believe this is Rapunzel's. Then here was the next board. I did 2 of them. And that first pen to come out was Sleeping Beauty's castle. Of course, my favorite, the whole reason for me collecting this. So pretty. Each one of those rooms are so pretty. And then you had Jasmine's, Aladdin. And then my daughter's favorite, which I thought was very pretty, that this gold glow in it is gorgeous, but is Ariel's castle. And then you have Merida's castle. And then last but not least, Belle's castle. I always love this part of her cat, the Beast Castle. Love it. And there's your library, I think, isn't it? Or is that the library? Very pretty. All those pens are a really nice size, if you can tell. They're a larger pen. There was a lot of popularity for these pens. And someone collected these for me. I did not collect these, so it was very nice. And it was just, I got them all at once, except for one, I think. It was just like, oh my goodness. It was such a gem to have. But I do love these. I just don't have a place right now where I can put them. But that is one of my favorite sets. So this next set is a set I do not know too much about. I do know that each one of these pens are a limited edition of 250. They are all Sleeping Beauty, and they all have the like the tapestry look about them. I'm going to show you in the order of how the story goes so you can see them a little bit better. But this is the 3 fairies at Aurora's birth, trying to protect her from Maleficent. This one is when she is, Aurora is Briar Rose in the forest. This one is when she meets Prince Philip as Briar Rose in the forest. Look at all the little creatures right there. So cute. And then this one is where she pricks her finger. Then we go down to the next tapestry. And I know this is next because of the next pen that comes up. There's Maleficent petting Diablo. And then there is Merryweather turning Diablo into stone. And then this is where Prince Philip is in battle with Maleficent as the dragon. So I know there are more pens because the story is not finished. So apparently neither am I. So if you guys know anything about these pens, I will show you the back. Let's take the back of her. Yep, 2008. There is your limited edition of 250. And that is on the back of every single one of these pens. But again, I do not know what the series is called. I did get these offline when it used to be the Disney store online. But I do not believe I've completed the set. 12. If you guys know anything about that, this is one of my favorite, probably my second favorite set, just because it tells the story of Sleeping Beauty. Okay, so this was one of the very first pen sets that I collected. It came as a framed set. As you can see, it is all the princesses that spell out Disney. You have Cinderella, Little Mermaid, Aurora, Belle as the N, Jasmine as the E, and Snow White as the Y. This was a pretty cool set that I enjoyed. I saw this in, this is when it was still downtown Disney in Orlando. And they had this pin series. I think at the time I maybe paid $60 for it. But again, it is completely framed. I'll get to those pins a little bit closer there. This is actually, I bought this for my youngest daughter. So this is actually her set, but I don't know what year. Let me see if I can see anything on the back of this. So I don't have anything on it, but I paid $75 for it. So I don't know what it's worth now. I just know it's something that I've always had hung up in my home. So just this next, okay, so this next set that I have, I know is also not completed. And I do not have one of the pins here. I gave it to my grandson, Peter, but I think I have shown the Briar Rose. The pin in this series is also where my favorite pin comes from, which is this one right here. These are the classic tails. And I believe there is still, trying to think about which ones there aren't in here, but let's go ahead and go with this. So here is the Snow White. She has her crown, and you see the apples in the frame, and she's kissing Dopey on the head. Each one of these are in like a frame. Then here you have Dumbo. The circus tent is down at the bottom, and you have the stars in each one of the corners. He's with Timothy Mouse. He's got that feather in his trunk. Then the next one you have is Bambi. And you see all the fun. This probably is one of the more ornate, other than one other one, all the little woodland. You see him there with Flower and Thumper. Then the next one is an OG, Cinderella. I love this framing too. This is probably my favorite framing out of all of them because it shows the carriage and then the flowers at each corner. It's her transition gown with the little bluebirds. And that fountain is right there in the scene. Then we go on to Alice and the Tea Party. And I love the little teacups in this one. And I love that it's the Mad Hatter and the March Hare. And then, of course, you've seen my favorite one, Aurora. I may have to see if I can get Peter's pen to show you too, the Peter Pan one. And then last but not least, I have Pinocchio. You see Figaro, Geppetto, Cleo in this scene with him. Again, there's the apple that Geppetto gives him to take to school. There's his school book down there. Just some very fun pens. I know there's some more classics. These pens, again, this is the backer card that I did keep for this so it could show you. This is what they came on. I am sure I ordered these off Shop Disney as well. It was Disney Pen Trading around the world. Now, the other thing that's fun about these pens is not only, they are large and they are heavy. So this is when Disney was probably at its prime starting to make the bigger pens, knowing that they'd had something, but the back of these each has a little frame, the little stand where they can stand up. That waffling, the old waffling. And again, each one of these pens is a limited edition of 500. I've not seen any of these pens on eBay. I probably haven't looked well enough, so I would like to see if there's more that I need to collect. Again, I've got Peter Pan, that's on Peter's board. That is his pen. So this is my final and my favorite set.
It's not the value of it, it's how much you'll love it. So, and I do love Disney pins so much. They're hard to stop collecting once you start. So, hope you like these sets.
So, I hope you enjoyed seeing these pen sets. Again, not all of them are completed. I have a few completed sets, but I don't believe that all of them are completed. You'll have to tell me in the comments below. Sara, thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of that collab. I always love your collabs, pen collabs. Any collab you do is just fun to do with you. Thank you so much. And thank you for everybody else that was involved in it too. I can't wait to see the sets. There's going to be some pretty amazing ones out there, just like there was last time with those 5 favorite pens. So make sure you see the channels below. Make sure you click on their channel and make sure you watch and see what their sets are. I know there will be some pretty amazing ones out there. So make sure you watch them. Thank you so much for being here. Again, check out Sara's Disney Magic. She's always doing some fun things. So I hope you have a good day, good week, good month. And as they say in the parks, have a magical day, okay? Thanks. Bye.